Behind me is Victory Monument, Bangkok. And this is something different. I'm walking around the walkway, or the elevated walkway around the monument, because it's the only way to go. I can't see any pedestrian access to the island where the monument is, so this is the best vantage point. The smell, the taste in the air of fumes, it really is, I swear to God. In all my time in Bangkok, I have never experienced it like this. I can actually taste it. Such is the volume of traffic. Anyway, so you think you know about Victory Monument? Maybe you do. Maybe you know more than I do. In 1940, the Thais took advantage of a situation that was happening globally, namely World War II. The depleted French forces, well, the depleted Vichy, was it Vichy, Franco? Excuse me if I get that wrong. But the French were heavily depleted. They were preoccupied elsewhere in 1940. And Thailand took this as an opportunity to regain some lands, Cambodia and elsewhere, let's say. And because of the fact that the French were so depleted, the Thais were able to make some inroads into achieving their ambition. But you see, in all of these battles, there was a battle of Ko Chang, and the French were victorious in the naval battle of Ko Chang during that conflict. So how did Thailand get its land or its territory back from the former French Empire? Well, it was as much to do, if not more, to do with the Japanese than it was with the Thais or the French. Don't you know, well, of course you know, that Japan was a very dominant world power in the 1940s, at this time. And the Japanese more or less gave the French an ultimatum, because, as I said, the French were preoccupied in Europe, and it was a shadow. The French Empire or colonial outpost was a shadow of its former self. So the Japanese put it up to the French, hand it over or else. So the French agreed. That's how the Thais got it back. And that monument represents the acquisition or the reacquisition of Thailand, and that's the Thailands. And I will say this, fair play to Thailand. They seized an opportunity. They took advantage. They took advantage of the fact that the French were depleted and preoccupied, and they got their just desserts. Well done, Thailand. We did the same in 1916. The Brits were preoccupied in Europe, and we made efforts to get our own land back, and we succeeded. But not through the battle itself, not through the war itself, through diplomatic means that stemmed from the conflict. And that's how Thailand got its lands back. It was through, well, I won't say diplomatic, well, yeah, it was diplomatic means rather than the conflict itself. This place is a hub of activity. It really, really is. That intersection down there, I've driven it once. It's an absolute nightmare. Look at it. If there are any, hang on a second. If there are any road users in the world that don't know how to use a roundabout, it's the Thais. Believe me. But this one is signal controlled for the most part. It's a wonderful place you would need a substantial amount of time to take in all there is to be taken in around this Victory Monument. There's supposed to be a very famous place, Boat Noodles or something like that. I'm not going to be looking for boat noodles today because I haven't got the time, because I don't know where it is, but there's plenty of other places we can go and investigate. But this walkway is absolutely fantastic. I wonder what it would be like of an evening to come here. That would be all lit up in splendour. As I said before, as I have said in this month of August on our daily uploads, that I am changing and developing, or trying to change and develop, bringing in new places, doing new things, taking more exercise. But I've been getting a lot of comments saying that the daily uploads have become boring and the channel has become repetitive. And it was because, you can see it all there, and it's because of that that I decided to come out here today, somewhere where I haven't been really before. I mean, 10 years ago, and it's not that far away from where I live. So as part of my research on this area, not only did I ask AI about a lot of the details, but I also looked at a few other YouTube videos, some from a few years ago, some from some very popular YouTubers, and they mentioned the abundance of food. I don't see it, to be honest with you. Well, I do. I see a bit down there, but it's not hopping. It's not jumping out at me. Let's go down. Let's go down and investigate ground level. So it looks like there's a bit of a shopping mall going on here behind me. Let's go in and have a look. Apparently that place in there is called Victory Hub, but they're playing music in there. And it'll be a place that I'd like to investigate. There's another place across the road there. Don't know what it's called. There's a thick broad noodle soup being advertised there. I wouldn't mind it at all, but the whole thing is they're playing bloody music. It looks nice, it looks very nice. Let's mosey up here a bit. So this is Victory Monument. This is the district where oodles of YouTubers have come in the past, and probably oodles will come in the future, or will they? It's not as thronged as I thought it would be, if you see what I mean. What's the name of that place? So that's called Centre 1. Much the same as any other centre you'd find in Bangkok. Eat McDonald's, KFC and all the rest of it. So what I've decided to do is eat street side, because I'm sure there's no music. If I go into Centre 1, they probably have music and all the rest of it. You know, you've got to avoid that. And avoid the motorcycles on the footpaths as well, by the way. Anyway, let's go and see what she has to offer. So we have braised duck noodle soup, stewed duck noodle soup, chicken noodle soup, crispy pork noodle soup, roasted pork noodle soup, crispy pork and roasted noodle soup. I am a total bloody Philistine. Is this not wonderful? It looks like there's going to be some precipitation. That's not easy for me to say this hour of the morning. We haven't had a sit down. Thank you so much. Come, thank you. We haven't had a sit down meal on this channel since forever. It hasn't happened. So let's give it a go. This is red pork. It's not cow moo dang, that's what I asked her, but maybe it is. But it's red pork with green cucumbery kind of stuff, and soy sauce and chili sauce and rice. There you go, and some coriander dressing. There you go. How about that? And you have your choice to sweeten it up. Sugar is something that I've come to add to my Thai dishes because they do. It's just one of those things. As I become more Thai than the Thai themselves, Haha. If you believe that, you believe anything. I don't understand why they don't take the skins off the garlic. My wife is the same. I don't understand that at all. But that's the way it is. So, we're at Victory Monument today. And it's as good a place as anywhere else to tell you that you don't have to be alone in Thailand. Thai Date VIP has the answer to all your relationship problems. On Thai Date VIP, you can meet some of the most beautiful women in the world. They're just waiting for you there. Thai Date VIP is not your average run-of-the-mill Thai dating site. No, it's run by a French guy. He lives down a Hoi Hin. He's a friend of mine. If you don't believe me, scan the QR or click the link below to Thai Date VIP. Register and see what happens. Many guys who've watched my videos have met their future wives or girlfriends on Thai Date VIP. So there you go. By the way, if you're one of those guys that has done, leave a message in the comment section and let everybody know how wonderful Thai Date VIP is. Anyway, I don't know how wonderful this meal is because I'm still in the process of removing the skin from the garlic. I may be a Philistine, but I draw the line when eating garlic. I draw the line eating garlic with the skin on. So let's just drench this with this sauce. I know you're not supposed to do that, but what the heck? I'd rather do it than not do it. I have my consommé, which I normally have. Oh, there you go. Lovely jubbly. So I have a question for you lads. If you've survived this far into the video, a lot of people say that some people have said that the videos are repetitive and boring. This part of the video apparently is also repetitive and boring, sitting down having something to eat. But there are very successful food review YouTube channels that do it every day. That's nice. So I'm going to ask your opinion, and I want your feedback on this. If you want me to desist from making a video every day for the month of August, I'll do it. This will be the last one. It depends on your feedback. If the majority of people say they don't want it, I'll stop it and I'll go back to one every other day. Alpha Omega occasionally. I'm giving it a go because I'm giving it a go. But the negative feedback I've gotten over the last couple of videos has caused me to rethink my strategy. But I won't rethink my strategy without consultation. Just like the Thais had consultation from the Japanese when they became victorious over the French. That's not cucumber. It's something else. But it really adds to the whole experience. It really does. God, am I becoming a foodie? I had never heard of the Franco-Thai War before I started researching for this video. I often wondered what the Victory Monument was. I often wondered what the Victory Monument was all about, because Thailand was more or less neutral in World War II. Well, there was a hiccup here and there, but I don't know enough about it to go into it. But by and large, they were neutral, although they did declare themselves affiliated to a certain camp for a certain amount of time, but very quickly distanced themselves from that camp when things went south for that camp. On the I'm consulting my notes here. On the 25th of January 1942, Thailand officially declared war on the United States and Great Britain on the 25th of January 1942. This followed a brief 5-hour Japanese invasion on December the 8th, 1941, after which the Thai government under Prime Minister, that guy, signed a military alliance with Japan. There you go. But you see, Thailand's ambassador to the United States refused to... But you see, Thailand's ambassador at the time to the United States refused the declaration of war, and the United States chose not to recognize the declaration, treating Thailand as an occupied territory rather than an enemy nation, which helped pave the way for the underground Free Thai movement. So yeah, on paper it looks like Thailand declared war on the United States, in other words the Allies, let's say. But you see, you can't help thinking, Japan invaded hours later. Was it hours later? Japan invaded almost directly after the declaration. So you'd probably be right in saying that their arms were twisted. And you'd be forgiven for thinking that it had something to do with Japan's intervention in the Franco-Thai War. This is actually probably one of the nicest things I've ever had to eat in a street-side restaurant in Thailand, ever. This is absolutely beautiful. I'm glad I came here, and I'm glad you're here with me. What different generations learn about conflict depends very much on what the powers that be determine what they learn, if you know what I mean. Was it a victory? Of course it was a victory. A victory isn't just a consequence of military action. A victory can be a consequence of any positive action. You were the guys that helped me out in every single video, and I want to thank you for that. That's a list of the guys who've donated to buy me a coffee, and the guys with their names highlighted in yellow are the guys who've donated most recently, and I give you a heartfelt thanks for that. And if you want to help me out, you can scan the QR or click the link below in the description. Thank you so much indeed. I think this is video 12 or 13 of our video a day, every day for the month of August. But I reiterate that, if you're tired of them, if you think they're getting repetitive, if you think they're getting boring, I will desist and I'll go back to occasionally. I have rarely enjoyed something as much. I swear to God, that was absolutely spot on. Spot on. Wonderbar. So now let's just see what the damage is. Keep back up. Pamput Prasatay. Pamput Thai. 83. Okay. So that was 83 baht. 83 baht. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with this channel because you don't know where we're going to be next. That was a wonderful place. Absolutely wonderful place. Is that kind of thing you want to see an end of on these videos? Again, I'm searching for your feedback on this because the customer's always right. I hate being a tourist. This is a wonderful, wonderful experience for me. As I said this before on previous videos, and again repeating myself, there you go, you say, I can't get away, I can't get away. You see, I was a salesman for years. And part of a sales pitch was repetitive, being repetitive without sounding repetitive. Well, being repetitive without sounding repetitive. Telling someone something about a product in a different way to allow their subconscious to absorb the fact that you're selling them a premium thing when in fact it probably wasn't. But that's not my tactic. I'm not trying to sell you a premium thing when it apparently isn't. This is Alpha Omega occasionally, and at the moment doing it daily. I am in absolute heaven doing this. I'm coming to places where I haven't been before, or places that I've rarely been before, and really enjoying the experience. And learning about stuff and telling you about it in a different way that you haven't heard before. I might get the bus back. You know, I haven't been on a bus in Bangkok in ages. I'm going to have a look and see if I can navigate, because it's all in Thai, but there is a bus stop around the back here that has the destinations in English. Let's have a look. If you want to know how much it cost me to get here, it was 81 baht in a taxi from Wig Wang. And it's not all that far. I mean, as I said, I've driven here before. As the crow flies, it wouldn't necessarily be that far. But getting a bus, all the details about the destinations are in Thai on the bus itself. But there is a bus stop down here, or there is a bus stop down here that gives you the routes. There's a sign here that gives you the routes in English as well as Thai. But you could, any of them look familiar. The 36 looks familiar. I think the 36 goes to Wig Wang. I just have to check. So you find your destination, Pracha Songkro, Wig Wang Market. There you go, 36. I knew it. So we're waiting for the 36. And the thing is, you could say, how long will that be? Well, how long is a piece of string? A lot of buses in Thailand, or in Bangkok, a lot of the bus stops in Bangkok now have electronic computerized updates on, you know, what time the bus is due and stuff like this. But I don't see any of that here. There must be, I'd say there could be an app or something that would tell you, but I don't have access to that. So I'm going to wait here. I'll wait here as long as I can, because I don't know what the frequency is at all. But again, this will be an interesting adventure on this channel, getting a bus in Bangkok. I bet you never thought when you started watching this video that it would go this far. We've successfully got the 36 bus back to Wig Wang. Now I'm going to tell you how much it's going to be. Kondio, Johnny. She's telling me I can't do a video, but I say Kondio. Okay. Quick Wang, look up. Okay. I don't know what she's saying, but apparently if I'm videoing somebody else, I need to be brighter. If I'm videoing somebody else, it's a no-go. But if I'm doing it Kondio, which means me alone, I think it's okay. So I don't even know how much that was. I don't know what I did for my ticket, but it's less than 20 baht. Okay. See if I can find my ticket. She distracted me when she spoke to me, so I don't have it. But anyway, it's less than 20 baht. Isn't this wonderful? We're getting in with the real deal here. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it's going to take longer than a taxi, but it's a lot cheaper than a taxi. So the next time I come to Victory Monument, I know to get the 36 bus. There you go, because it goes straight to Wig Wang Market. I'll join you. Sure, we'll recommence when we get there, because I have to be careful what I do on the bus, if you know what I mean. So, back in Wig Wang after our bus ride back here, and I've lost the bloody ticket. I wish I could tell you how much it was. Hang on, I've been guessing to change me pocket. It was about 8 baht, something like that. It was less. It was in around 10 baht, in around that, and it was about 15 minutes. That's all it was. So there's the one going outbound to Victory Monument there, 36. So next time I'm going out and about, what I usually do is I usually drive when I'm going somewhere. And the problem there is you have to find parking. And the reason I got the taxi to Victory Monument this morning, because I knew there was no parking there, or it would be an absolute nightmare. So changing. I'm going to become more of a bus vlogger. How about that? Well, I'm not saying I'm going to be a bus vlogger, but you know what I mean. Rather than drive everywhere, I'm going to start investigating the bus routes, and I'm going to familiarise myself with Bangkok via public transport. That would be nice. So I hope you agree with me. At this stage of the video, I feel it's safe to say, without trying to sound repetitive, that YouTube in Thailand is completely saturated. It really is. I see so many videos coming up on my home screen about Thailand, fellas making vlogs about this, that and the other. And they're not necessarily that bad, but it's all baloney. It's all been done before. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to vary it, lads. I'm trying to vary it as much as possible. And I'm trying to find something that's new and interesting and informative. So that's the idea of this video. This video is new, interesting, but you have to say informative. And I hope you found it so. If you didn't, let me know. I'm sure you will. I hope you will. I hope you will. Because making comments really does. Because making a comment really does help promote the video. So don't stay silent. So it's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. It's absolutely wonderful. I look forward to bringing you another wonderful video. But you can determine the frequency of the videos. Just to reiterate that, this is either 12 or 13. I'm not too sure. I'll put it up here when I get back to editing. I'll be able to determine that. But this is 12 or 13, video number 12 or 13 of the month. There's 31 days in the month, so that means we've over 17 videos left to go. But if you don't want to see that, you let me know now. That's all you, well, you can, maybe you've let me know before, but let me know in the comment section if you want me to continue with the frequency of one video a day for the month of August, or you want me to desist and go back to occasionally, like one video every 2 days or 3 days or whatever. Anyway, guys, I'm sure, well, I hope you've enjoyed this. And either way, let me know in the comment section what you think. And I'll bring you back another wonderful video very soon. Thanks for joining me.